Syria and the Syrian people's rights to self-determination. My name is Reem Saker and I am a Syrian Australian. I was born here in Australia. When I was 8 years old, my family travelled to Syria, and that is where I spent most of my primary school and high school years. To my Syrian friends, I was the Australian. They'd always ask me what Australia was like and what the Australian people were like. And I would tell them with great pride that Australia is a free country which supports democracy and freedom, where its citizens are protected by religious freedoms and a secular government. But today, I feel a great deal of sadness and shame to tell my Syrian friends that the Australian government is supporting the terrorists who are killing their brothers and fathers.
Shame! 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 Shame!
That they can no longer live in a peaceful and safe country because of the actions of my government and others along with it. I am angry that my tax dollars are being sent overseas to buy weapons and supplies for the foreign militants who are destroying the country of my mother and father.
Shame, Bobka! Shame!
I am ashamed that hundreds of Australians have travelled to Syria to fight in an illegal jihad war, and the Australian government has turned a blind eye to it. And that the 5 who were killed while fighting with terrorist groups have been portrayed as charity workers undertaking some form of humanitarian activities. I am ashamed that the Australian public is being duped into supporting an aggressive war against a progressive and modern state. Because the Australian public don't know what Syria is. They don't know that Syria is a place where Muslims and Christians live in unity. Where Muslims celebrate Christmas and the Christians fast Ramadan. Syria gave its citizens a fair and equal chance at life with free education and free quality healthcare for all. Syria is the country who took in millions of refugees from Palestine, Lebanon and Iraq and gave them full benefits, whereas if those refugees had come to Australia, we would have just locked them up like criminals.
Asylum seekers, yeah. Shame, Australia!
Now we'll be like the Jordan selling over the ghettos!
That is the Syria I know and the Syria I lived in. So why, for the past 2 years, have Wahhabi extremists been calling for an Islamic jihad in Syria, when that's where the Shias, Sunnis, Christians, Druze and Alawis live? Why is my government here demanding the resignation of their government when that's not what the Syrian people want? The Syrian crisis has been called many things, such as a revolution, a civil war, a popular uprising. But let me tell you that a revolution works for the people, not the international capitalists. A civil war is fought between 2 sides of one nation, not foreign militants and the Syrian people. And a popular uprising, as the term suggests, needs to be popular. And the fact that the Syrian government of Bashar al-Assad and the Syrian people are still standing in the face of this imperialist war proves that they are not popular. So today, let's extend our support from Sydney, Australia, to the outskirts of Damascus and Aleppo, to every soldier fighting in the Syrian Arab Army and protecting his homeland with dignity and honour. And let us tell the world that we will continue to fight and expose this conspiracy against Syria, which aims to destroy the last pillar of true Arab resistance. Thank you.
Thank you.